Hello and welcome back to the channel. Normally I like to do a bit of an intro, but today the aircraft that doesn't need an intro is at an airfield that doesn't need an intro either. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you FlyingIron Spitfire at Imperial War Museum Duxford. So, hello and welcome back to the channel. Now normally I will obviously feature general aviation in flight simulation. That's what this channel is all about. But every now and again I do like to stretch my legs into the world of the warbird. And I don't think there is a better warbird here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 than the FlyingIron Simulations Spitfire. In fact, FlyingIron have created some absolutely corking warbirds. They're featured before the channel. And like I said, I feature them once, I review them once, I fly them occasionally, and I fly them sparingly. Like I say, most of my time is taken up with general aviation. However, things have been a bit different. As of this video being made, we have had the practice fly past even, for the King's birthday, I think it is, I can't remember what it is, or the VE Day remembrance. I was going to say celebration, but that's not really the right word. And although the BBMF did not take part in this fly past because it's a practice, they don't need to take part in this, they will be part of it, weather and serviceability pending, in the proper fly past, which will take place later on over Buckingham Palace. So I thought to myself, bit of a mellow mood, I am going to bring out the Spitfire. Now, like I said, I've reviewed this aircraft before, and it is an absolute beauty. There's just no angle that the Spitfire does not look menacingly beautiful. This is a later variant of the Spitfire. Like I said, it is the LF Mark 9. So it's not a Battle of Britain Spitfire by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, those are Battle of Britain Hurricanes and Spitfires sat in front of us, which are part of the scenery here from Imperial War Museum Duxford. This is actually a freeware variant. It is on flightsim.to. Link will be below in the description. However, like I said, I thought I'd take part in a little flight here in the Spitfire. Now, I have rules when it comes to flying warbirds, and I think the aircraft have earned their stripes, so to speak, and don't need me talking over them. We've covered the Spitfire before, we've covered many warbirds before, and the heroics that happened during those deepest, darkest times in the 1940s. But we are going to put a little display on here over Duxford with the Spitfire, and I will not be talking over it because the Spitfire is legendary and does not need to have me ruining it with terrible audio. So that's no joke, I just don't talk when I'm flying warbirds. So this will be the end of my audio side of this video. So I am going to hopefully start this aircraft up. It's a bit of a swine sometimes to start up, but we're going to take off from Duxford. We'll fly around the back of Duxford like normal warbirds do, and then we will start our display. And I will not come back to you on the audio side of it until we're back on the ground. So I will join you in a few minutes, well, for you it'll be in a few seconds, in the cockpit after everything's been checked out. And yes, we shall have a rather, hopefully relaxing, but a good flight in the FlyingIron Spitfire. So there we go, a display flight in the FlyingIron Spitfire. I started this video off with saying that obviously I don't like normally to talk over the aircraft as warbirds. I know this is flight simulation, I know it's a computer, it's not a Spitfire in reality, but I don't know, there's something about flying a really well done, well created, great sounding, great handling, tricky little sod aircraft, warbird at that. And FlyingIron do tend to create some really, really, really outstanding aircraft. Everything in their collection is fantastic. Their latest aircraft, the Focke-Wulf 190, is just a beast of an aircraft. The BF-109 is a beast of an aircraft, and Spitfire here is just the same. I don't know what the future holds for FlyingIron. I think there's been rumours of a B-17 in the works. Like I said, it's very hard to work out exactly what is really in the works. Just from new simulator, 2024, they're still trying to get stuff to work for that. But at the moment, we can safely say that the best warbirds are FlyingIron warbirds in the flight sim. That's my humble opinion. The best ones. I know there are a few other ones out there that are worth having a look at. But if you're after a Spitfire and a true representation of a Spitfire, FlyingIron do make this wonderfully difficult to fly, difficult to handle, but a joy when it does fly right aircraft. It's fantastic. It's absolutely awesome. So if you've got any questions or comments, standard routine, bang them below. I will put a link below for the aircraft for FlyingIron.com or what their website is. I'll put a link in for the airfield as well, which is obviously Imperial War Museum Duxford. It's completely free even. It's available on flightsim.to. So like I say, if you've got any questions or comments, bang them below, and I will see you in a future Microsoft Flight Simulator video very, very soon.